disappointed with what we, I guess, served up. So to come out here and do that was really good. We're a quality side, and we got to stand there momentum at times, and that's what we had to do from last week. So yeah, that's the four points. It's nice. A little bit of a lapse earlier on. My body needed the guy. It was pretty exhausting. Getting up this week was actually.
Yeah. How good's that? Where the hell's the score? Oh, brilliant. Sensational. Couldn't do it just sitting at the desk. I'd have to walk around because I don't actually know what I just witnessed there. 12-11, 83 to 4-8, 32. And 2 of those goals were free kicks. A 50-metre penalty to Member and holding the ball to Butler. And we kicked the last 2 goals late. We kicked 2 goals in 3.5 quarters of football in pretty good conditions in a game that really was going to decide our season. And that's what we get. I'm so tired, Saners. Every week we get up, we get excited, we talk up the boys, we give hope to all the Saners out there. We get this guy back, our captain, thinking that he could make a difference. And we deliver that. And then on the flip side, I'm like, am I fucking surprised? Do I genuinely, did I expect that much difference? You could see Sydney. They're a team that are battling. They knew what was at stake. They knew that they needed to win to secure their top 8 chances. And our boys just rocked up. Hardly even did that. I can't believe... That was bad. That was worse than last week. Last week was bad. But that was worse. Because they knew what was at stake. They knew how important this game was. I don't even give a shit if it's not important to them. I don't care. But it's important to us. It's important to all of the paying members and supporters that... And it's not just me. It's supporters that are probably watching this thinking they've been saying this for 50, 60 years. I'll get messages from them saying, Jakey, don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. I've been a Saner for 60 years. You get used to it. I'm never going to get used to it. I'm not a born loser. I'm always going to battle for the underdog. I'm always going to try and fight. And that's my personality. And I wish the Saners that actually run out onto the field have that same mentality. The fans are so much more resilient than the players. And that's not the right balance. We both need to be resilient. But when you look at in a crunch game no less, we rest Paddy Ryder. Genius. Let's put Sharman and Ben Long in the ruck. That actually worked, didn't it? They got a few hit outs. They looked good in the ruck. Maybe we should have done that from round 1. Paddy Ryder gets rested in our most important game of the year when he could have been rested. He got a rest over the bye 2 weeks ago. Why do you need a rest now? We dropped Jack Higgins. We dropped our number 1 score involvement player and we're shocked that we can't kick goals. And we have no one at the ground, a ground ball to pick up the pieces, and Maxi can't mark and he can't kick, and our mids can't get clearances. I just can't believe that this is 2022 and only 3 weeks ago we were 8-3 and really believing in the year. And what's sick is that I'll never stop believing. It's a disease that will never go away until we all, until it's your day to go. And next week, I'll go into Friday night thinking, all right, well, if we get a win here, the season's back on track. But it's sick because then they turn up and do that. What are they thinking? Are they going into the rooms now thinking, well, that's it? I mean, Rowan Marshall looked pretty devastated at the full-time whistle, but, you know, a lot of the boys, they just didn't look like they gave a shit from the first bounce. And halfway through the game, we were 15 points down, 16 points down at halftime. Sydney were the better team, but they left the door open for us. And any other team that had some hunger, look at the Geelong-Richmond game. Geelong got up by 6 goals. Richmond hit the front by 17. Then Geelong pulled them back and they went toe-to-toe. Could have been a draw. Both teams knew how to lift the momentum and get it on their terms. We didn't have anything that resembled the game plan tonight was left in Melbourne. It did not travel to New South Wales. No chance. I've never seen a more insipid attempt at AFL football. The way we tried to play, to get the ball out of the back half, we tried to play short, chippy bullshit and allow Sydney to get numbers back. I'm so glad to see Paddy McCartan doing well, but I don't like it when he's in the opposition and we're kicking it down his throat every time we go inside 50. I can't believe that there were times where even Jack Steele, even our captain, our most composed, our best midfielder, was getting the ball and handballing it sideways because he was overwhelmed by the pressure around him. When your captain's doing that, what chance do you have, you know? And Dougal Howard trying to take on the man on the mark every time as if he's Brad Hill. Doogs, you do not have the pace. You do not have the dexterity. You do not have the agility to do that. Do not do that. We're a good team when players play within themselves. They play within their strengths. They identify what they can and they cannot do, and they play within those boundaries. But when players break those boundaries and they try to do too much, like Dougal Howard, like Dan Butler last week, there's no rhythm to it. There's unpredictability even within teammates. They don't know what they're going to do, you know? You want to be able to kind of have some sort of awareness on what your teammate is going to do with the football. But when we get the football, our players, I was saying it to my girlfriend tonight, like it looked like that was the first game that these players have ever played together. Like we're a new team, you know? 5 weeks ago, we were playing some of the best football in the league, kicking 100 points a week. And why, like, some people are commenting saying, you know, players are going to stop playing for Ratton. I don't understand that. Why, like, what's he done for them to stop? Do players just get bored of the same voice after 20 weeks? Because if that's the case, fucking grow up. You've got to learn to take orders from a voice, and that voice is not going to change every year. We need some stability. You know? It's like getting sick of your boss at work after 6 weeks. What, you're just going to get bored and then it's your boss's fault. He can't get you to, you know, produce the work that you should be doing because you're a grown-up adult and that's what you're paid a lot of money to do. You know? Doesn't make any sense. And everyone's going to say, sack Ratton, this and that. I really want the tension to be put on the players for once. Can we please put it on the players and not on the coach? I don't think it's fair to just say the players are not playing for Rats and, oh, okay, let's get Clarko. Because then what? 20 weeks into Clarko's reign, 2 years into Clarko's reign, the players suddenly deliver a performance like that. We're just going to say, oh, you know, they're not playing for the coach anymore. I guess we need to change coaches. You kidding me? That's childish. That's not what a good club does. A good club knows when's their moment, when to go. Tonight was our moment to break the shackles on what we've been used to in years gone by, which is buckling under pressure, shitting our pants, getting pumped, and not finishing in the 8 and being a joke. And all we needed to do was just win this game by a point. It could have been the ugliest game on earth, which it was looking like at halftime. I said it in my post. If we win, I don't care if it's ugly or not. As long as we win, that creates belief, get the job done. But of course, the floodgates open. We do not know how to close those floodgates once they're opened. You know, and some people might be thinking I'm overreacting, but those same people don't put in the hours that I put in on the channel, which I'm never going to stop. You know, I'm not taking it for granted. I'm not complaining about it. But it hurts when I know there's about 50 DMs on my Insta already ready to go. Saina's upset, which is rightly so. Swans fans giving me shit. Kane Corn's giving me shit on Twitter again. Every week we lose, he tweets me, you know? Because I backed our team 3 weeks ago when we were 8-3, you know? Like, what are you supposed to do in that instance? Not back your team, Kane. You know, you're an idiot. Doesn't make any sense. The structure tonight was non-existent. We needed, I can't believe we went in with one ruckman. And there were moments where Sharman and Long were in the ruck. I can't believe that. I don't know why Higgins was dropped. I read a stat where Jack Higgins was involved in 29% of our scores for the year. That is number one in our team. 29% of St Kilda's scores are through Jack Higgins in some way, shape or form. And we took him out of the team because, that was going to work. That was going to fire the team up. Are you serious, Ratton? Are you serious, coaching staff? Who in their right mind thought dropping Jack Higgins after he kicked 2 goals in our shit loss last year was going to be the solution to our woes and the solution to beating Sydney today? He kicked 4 goals on them last time, and the time before that he had 7 shots on goal and could have kicked a bag. And you drop him in the most important game of the year. And I still can't get over Paddy Ryder being rested. Whether it was his decision or the club's, I don't know. But why couldn't he have been rested against Essendon? Bring in Campbell, play him. And if he's rested this week, bring in Campbell anyway. He's killing it at Sandy. Play him. What's the point of paying him money and not bringing him in? He could have meant that Rowe played deep in this game because King needed support. Exactly. We lost it at selection table, just like that comment said. And now we're losing it in more ways than one. We're going to finish the round probably as low as 11th. And I don't care if this list isn't a top 4 team, but it's a top 8 team. Come on. This team deserves to be top 8 if they pull their shit out. 8-3, you don't miss finals from there. You shouldn't if you're a competent team. If you have structure. Our backline for about 2.5 quarters tonight held strong and kept us within reach. Within reach if our forwards and our mids came to the party. But eventually the pressure broke down, and I'm very curious to see what the inside 50 count was, because the last 2 weeks we've conceded 61. I'll check now. 61 we conceded in the last 2 weeks. 55 tonight. So we got close to it again. And that's just not good enough. That is midfield lacking any sort of pressure. They're just letting them walk it out of the middle. And, there's players on this list that I know probably don't play in our next premiership. There's players out there that are running around that don't deliver enough output for what we need at the moment. There was no run and carry. I thought Nasai was actually pretty good, and I don't know how many stats he had by the end of the game, but I thought that was probably one of his bigger possession games. Probably not one of his best disposal-wise, but he got a lot more of the ball than usual. Hunter Clark started well early, but went missing. That was it, really. I can't tell you how many, if there was many others that played well. It was just a nothing game again. The last 2 weeks were huge weeks for us. And we've let ourselves down in both games. And most disappointingly, they've let us down. This isn't... I don't even know what to say. It just... Yeah, and my post on Instagram was just, I'm so tired. And I am. I'm really tired of talking about these sort of performances. I'm really sick of it. I'd love to go through my whole channel since I started it and look at how many games like this I've witnessed. But this is different because we've now kind of redone our list. We've gotten players in, we've gotten youngsters in, we've gotten Ratton, potentially with a new contract, which is not looking very good at the moment for him. I don't understand, have the players heard word of Ratton getting a new contract and they thought, all right, shit, we can't keep playing good because we need him out. And then they just deliberately tank games the way they're going. I'm just stunned by the lack of awareness from the boys and the awareness from our selection panel that they should have known better. They should have known this was a big game. We need our best 22 on the park. If this is a prelim, Saners, if this is a prelim, is Jack Higgins playing? Answer me this, yes or no. If this is a prelim final, is Paddy Ryder and Jack Higgins playing in this game? Yes or no? comment. I want to see those yeses and nos. I can guarantee you, if this is a prelim, they're playing. We are not resting them. We are not dropping them. They are playing. And I just wanted, for 1 week, the club to understand the situation that we're in and to understand the magnitude of this opportunity. And they didn't. They took it like any other week. They just took it as another game. It's pride game, another game a marquee game that we stand for, that we don't perform in, you know? But we stand up for a good message, which, you know, it is. It's a good message. We stand up for Pride Round. We've got Spud's game. We've got Maddie's match. We've got all of those great causes that we stand up for. And in every single one, we never win. And this is another one. Good Guernsey. Good Guernsey. Well done. I'm sure they sold many of them. Did we get the 4 points, though? No. It doesn't matter. We, you know, got rid of some of that debt with some of the merch we sold. Great job. You know, it's just... Until we learn to actually realise that these games are more important than any other thing going on, we're not going to win our next flag. That's now suddenly a realisation. Until we take things seriously, we're not gonna win an X flag. We're not gonna be a contender and make a top 4. You know, we're not gonna make top 4 or prelim. It just baffles me, the decisions that this club makes, and I don't know what Ratton can possibly say in this press conference that's going to put us at ease. You know, last week was different because he was very honest and he was really shocked. But the week before that, you know, we played pretty well against Brisbane and kind of got done late with injuries, and we could kind of cop that. That was a good loss. We all said that. We can cop that on the chin. We'll get players back, Steele's back in a couple of weeks. We'll be okay. We'll be ready for the big bulk of games. And then you go down to Essendon the way we did. And then you go down to Sydney the way we did. And Carlton winning today. And Geelong winning today. Richmond on the rise. Bulldogs in the 8 now. Gold Coast, if they pump whoever they're playing, could be above us at the end of this round. Just let that sink in for a minute. I'm pretty sure that's the way the ladder looks. I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Yeah, so we are 32 with a percentage of 107. That's shocking. Collingwood's percentage, yeah, so if they win, Collingwood go above us. If Gold Coast win, they will go above us. We could be 11th by the end of the round. So, yeah. This really isn't good for your mental health, being a Saints fan. I'll be honest. It's it's a battle tonight for me. I don't know why. It just kind of hits me a little bit. It's, getting a lot of DMs from Saints fans, rightly so, and then getting a lot of DMs from general AFL fans giving shit to me, talking shit about the club that I love and I spend so much time focused on for the channel, which I love, regardless of the result, obviously, because you guys are great. And then, Facebook friends that just want to post on my wall and give me shit. That stuff doesn't help. So this isn't a mental health video, obviously, but I just wish people understood that this really does hit pretty hard. Like, I don't know. It's easy for some saying as you watch it from home, you probably watch me rant, you feel a bit better, and then you go to bed. But I've got a lot of hours ahead of me tonight to answer people's questions and stuff. And I honestly feel like I need a holiday. I need to just fly away, not watch the game, take a year off football. That'd be great. But the year I take off, we probably win the flag. That's my luck. So, I don't know what else to say about the game. Honestly saying is it's just a massive letdown. I'm so tired. That's the key message. And now we go and we play Carlton on Friday night, and they're up and about. They're up and about. So that's going to be hard. The rest of the season's hard. Every single game, even the West Coast game that looked winnable a couple of weeks ago, the way we're playing, it does not look winnable because they've got their players back and it's in Perth. Just our fucking timing, It's just not looking good at the moment. That's kind of where I'm at. So I'm not actually in a mood to kind of go through the comments. yeah, I just know what everyone's going to be saying. I can see them coming through now, so I know what everyone's going to be saying, and it's not going to be a fun night if I just keep reading out all of the same shit. So I might just leave it there. I thought I'd give a pretty raw sort of review. I don't know if you guys liked it. I didn't want to sit on the desk with the mic and be all staged. I really wanted to just talk from the top of my head and from exactly how I'm feeling. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. I put myself out there. Some people can make fun of me. Some people can poke fun, DM me, talk shit. But at the end of the day, this is what I do. And hopefully you guys enjoy it and it helps you kind of process the loss and you can kind of get on with your weekend and not focus on the results. Unfortunately, I have to because it's kind of my job. But I just can't believe that they put up that performance tonight in that level of importance. I just don't know what the message was going into this game. So that's it. We go down by 51 to Sydney and we sit 9th, possibly 10th, possibly 11th, and we've got Carlton next Friday night in a big game. And who knows, we'll probably show up to that one and win, and then we're like, what the hell, like where was that the last 2 weeks? But we've got a lot of work to do. I'm going to watch Brett Ratten's press conference soon, and very, very interested to see what he thinks, because I know that he took some risks at selection, and we said that either be a masterstroke or the end of our season. And I'm not calling it yet. I'm not saying this is the end of our season. I'm not going to go that far, but it's so close. It just feels so over. But I just know statistically it's not, which is the most painful thing, because it's the hope that kills you. That's what people say, right? It's the hope that kills you. And right now there's still hope. We're 8-6, and you'd rather be 0-14, because then you know the season's done and you can just jog on and not worry about it. So, I really hope the boys are hurting, because I am a lot. And I know a lot of Saners watching and a lot of Saners not watching at home that are more passionate, believe it or not, more passionate than me, are hurting. And the Saners that flew over, imagine flying over, spending $800 and paying for a hotel and flying over and seeing that shit. Like, good on you, Saners, for being there, but I'm so sad that not for a moment did you get an opportunity to get up and about and cheer for the team. That is on the boys. They let you down big time. They let all of us down big time. And I hope they know that. I hope they know that, because if they don't care. They don't care about winning the next flag and being that second St Kilda flag team. And that hurts more than anything. So I'll leave it there. Appreciate you guys tuning in and enjoying my little somber review. I think there is going to be fan cams. I'm not sure. Some Saners were kindly offering their services at the ground, but that might be an ugly watch, so I'll see how that goes. And if it's good, I'll post it. If it's not, it won't happen. Player ratings will be out maybe tomorrow afternoon. Podcast Monday night. So Marshy and Joycey, they're very quiet tonight, so I think they're as let down and deflated as myself. Quick shout out to all 300 of you watching right now. Please go onto Instagram, follow at Saints TV Pod. I'm really close to, I think, 19,000. So I'd really love if you guys could jump on there and follow. And then on YouTube as well, more content will be pumped out during the week. Saints TV Pod on YouTube. Get on there. Please hit subscribe. That's the least you could do. I really want to grow the channel. And if you like this raw sort of content that no other Saints channel gives you, then yeah, you've come to the right place, and yeah, I'd love your support on those channels. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, Saners. It was an absolute letdown of a performance from the boys tonight. A big build-up to the week. That's what we get. That's what we get. So enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, don't even like saying this, but go Saints. See you guys.